scene. They like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Brings up second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
Foles. Open man, it's Allen. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 46. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check. Check out. Deeper. Watch the ship. Tiger.
Fournette running out of the gun. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That throw into the arms of Allen. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. I got one.
General West.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on third. Gone. Man open. It's Cup. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. 7-7, our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
20.
Here we go.
Shell.
Goff on first down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
At the 11-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go.
Ric Flair.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out, and the Jags grab it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Leonard Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Foles. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Here's Foles. Over the middle, complete. It's Gregory. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Foles now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot. You figure with their running game, if they don't get it there, you come back and run for it and pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Third and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Kill.
Let's go, Gee. Check it out.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Yeah, baby.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 37-yard line.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Goff. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Value three. Value three.
44. Mike, 44. Okay, double up.
Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Rams 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Hold on. Check.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check, crunch.
14. Go.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's bring it.
4 now.
Check safety.
Super 66. Hey, Zoo.
44 is Mike. Check. What's the run? Hey, they're running it. 44 is the Mike.
17.
A shotgun snap for gone. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Jacksonville.
In your face. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Hey, silver.
Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
On the run, it's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there. Goff to Kupp. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Topper! Hold on. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is gone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. We can go.
2nd and 10. Completes it to Lee. 27 yards there, a first down.
To Marcus Lee. A gain of 27 on the play. And the Jaguars.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Going deep here for Allen. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's a 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Goff. Able to find Switzer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. Now Goff on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Foles. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have...
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Watch twitch. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is complete. It's Allen. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it on for his running back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and
3rd and long. It's gone. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
DC.
44, Mike, 44.
Right here.
Check.
Shell.
He's coming to you.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Fournette. On the stop was Aaron Donald. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Foles. Allen's got it complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gregory. 23 yards, the final tally. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Go!
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Go!
Now Foles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Josh Oliver, touchdown, Jacksonville.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
That's it, baby. We got one.
At their own 35-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On 1st down, gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. The intended receiver there, Allen. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A good pickup there, 22. Here's Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, they run with Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Following the fumble recovery, gone. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Wait. Tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, D5.
Now gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Super one. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Maverick Wolf. Stop. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Mike 51.
Goff throwing again. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
Hey, exit.
51 to Mike, boy. 51. Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time. Mike 51. Mike 51. I got him.
Out of the gun. Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Rams 17.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They Ella, they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for the